Sugar has become a popular ingredient in the American diet. It is so popular among consumers that sugar has made its way into about 80% of packaged food items in the United States. It can be found in our drinks, snacks, condiments, and meals. This added sugar can be hidden in the ingredient list in many different forms, such as maltodextrin, fruit juice, beet sugar, and high fructose corn syrup. But this type of sugar is not the same as the sugar found naturally in nourishing fruits and vegetables. Sugar that is added to food and drinks offers no essential nutrients, contributes to empty calorie intake, and is shown to decrease the intake of foods that are rich in nutrients. High intake of added sugar has also been associated with increased risk of multiple chronic diseases, such as obesity, type 2 diabetes, certain types of cancer, tooth decay, and even death. One recent study showed just how bad added sugars can be. Researchers compared those who consumed about 20% of their calories per day from added sugar with individuals who consumed only 8% of calories per day from added sugar. Those who ate more added sugar were 38% more likely to die from cardiovascular diseases than those who consumed less. It may be helpful to imagine that the average can of regular soda has about 35 grams of sugar, or about 9 teaspoons. Drinking it would already add 7% of calories per day from added sugar. Unfortunately, the average American consumes 22 to 30 teaspoons of added sugar per day. And over 7 out of every 10 Americans are consuming over 10% of their calories per day from added sugar. The good news is that policy changes have the potential to help improve our nation's diet. In 2014, the United States Food and Drug Administration proposed new changes to the nutrition facts label on prepackaged food and drink items. This is an exciting time since the addition of the trans fat amount in 2006 was the only major change made to our current nutrition label since 1993. There were several different changes proposed to the nutrition label in 2014, including the addition of added sugars. So instead of looking at the ingredient list and having to remember the 56 different names for added sugar, this hidden ingredient can now easily be found. Like fats and carbs have, would it also be helpful to know the percent daily value for added sugars? Many nutrition advocate stakeholders think so. The Dietary Guidelines Advisory Committee confirmed that evidence shows that a diet low in added sugars is linked to a decreased risk of cardiovascular disease and obesity. They also recommend added sugars should account for less than 10% of calories per day. This evidence sparked more policy changes to happen. The 2015 to 2020 dietary guidelines now recommend that individuals consume less than 10% of calories per day from added sugar. This caused the FDA to issue a supplemental proposed rule in July of 2015 that would require the percent daily value for added sugars be included on the nutrition facts labels as well. After the proposed rules to the nutrition facts label were made in 2014 and again in 2015, key stakeholders and the general public were given 90 days to make comments about the changes. Some were happy for the public health win, and others were not. Organizations opposed to the rules included the Sugar Association, the American Bakers Association, and the National Yogurt Association, among others. However, 9 representatives from Congress stood up for the changes, as well as other key stakeholders, such as the American Institute for Cancer Research, the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, and the American Diabetes Association. Proponents argue that the data shows the new changes are expected to increase public awareness about added sugars and decrease its availability. Added sugars may become less available to consumers when food manufacturers feel pressure to lower the amount of added sugar in their products. In fact, 5 to 6% of products are predicted to be reformulated. Research has shown that the new label changes will also help consumers better understand the nutrition content of the food and make healthier food choices. With the industry using less sugar and consumers being more knowledgeable of their food choices, Americans are predicted to consume less added sugar, leading to a healthier population. The new Nutrition Facts label has not yet been finalized though. Currently, a modified rule or the final rule are being prepared. The new changes will not yet be final until the rule is published in the Federal Register. Once they are finalized, manufacturers will have 2 years to make the changes to the nutrition labels.